When my wife and I got married, we thought it would be a good idea that every 5 years we'd take a big trip together, bigger than we normally take, just to celebrate our wedding, celebrate our marriage again and again every 5 years. And so for our 5th wedding anniversary, we traveled to New York City, had a great time out there. And for our 10th wedding anniversary, although I don't think it actually happened the 10th year, I think it was the 11th year, we went to Florida, and that was a lot of fun. For our 15th, I'm sure we celebrated our anniversary, but I don't remember us taking a big trip for that particular anniversary. And for our 20th anniversary, well, that was in 2020, and whatever travel plans we had were just squashed by COVID. So that didn't happen. But at the beginning, we thought, boy, this would be a really good idea. It gave us something to look forward to down the road, something that got us really, really excited. And do you know that in Deuteronomy 15, God did something similar for the Israelites while also at the same time doing kind of the opposite? He gave them something to anticipate, not every 5 years, but every 7 years. But the thing that he gave them to anticipate didn't excite everyone, I don't think. Because he told them in Deuteronomy 15, he said, if you have lended money to any of your brothers, your fellow Israelites, at the end of every 7 years, cancel the debt they owe you. They don't have to pay you back, whatever the amount is. You're not going to get it back anymore. And I don't know if everybody was excited about that, especially as they're getting into year 6 and anticipating year 7 and going over their budget. And it's like, well, this is the money that I get from the money that I loaned out. This is the money they pay back, and this is what the money is used on. But I'm not going to have that money this year, and I don't know how I'm going to pay the bills. I'm sure for many of them, they looked at their lives and something was missing. And it didn't make them feel good. And you might be able to relate to that. That it might be easy for you right now to look out in some or multiple areas of your life and say, boy, if I only had fill in the blank. If I only had that, I'd feel like I was going to be okay. If I only had enough money, income, job, health, support, friends. If I only had something, then I'd feel a little bit better about how things are going. But you know what God did for the Israelites in Deuteronomy 15 and setting up that situation where they were going to be lacking things that they didn't want to be lacking? It just reminds us that God's people have always had to live by faith, which is exactly what God was teaching the Israelites to do. He intentionally took good things away that they were using in very good ways so that they would learn to rely on a promise that God gave them in the middle of Deuteronomy 15, right in the middle of that section where he's telling them to anticipate every 7 years you're going to be losing some income. And the promise was this. He said, the Lord your God will bless you, just as he promised. It doesn't matter what the situation is. It doesn't matter what you're lacking. The Lord your God will bless you, just as he promised. And he wanted to teach them to rely on that promise. He wanted to teach them to live by faith, and it's the same promise that he gives to you. The Lord your God will bless you, just as he promised. Even if something really important is missing. Even if someone really important is missing. Even if it's easy for you to identify something in your life that if you had it, you'd feel a whole lot better about how things are going. You can feel good today because the Lord your God will bless you just as he promised, even if blessing you means that he has to give everything he has access to and never get paid back in the process. As Jesus hung on the cross and gave and gave and gave his life until there was no life left to give, who paid him back? It wasn't me. It wasn't you. It wasn't anybody. And yet he still gave. And he always will. He will always find a way. And in so doing, he gave us one place to which we can always look to know just how determined our God is to keep that promise. And what kind of God? one really key word in that promise. Your God. He's your God. By His choice. He is your God. And He will bless you, just as He promised. Rest well tonight, my friends. Your God will bless you.